We're gonna have a look at another neck knife here. Interesting neck knife design. Obviously this was originally a Boker Plus product, but when it came, you don't get any literature or anything special with it, and they put their stickers right over the Boker. I'm not sure why they do that, if they just don't care or whatever, because they could have put it on the bottom and it would have, you would have had the nice little box here. We'll get that out of the way and we'll have a look at the knife. I'm not sure the exact name of the model. It will be in the description, because when you buy something like this, this thing was like, I think it was about the $10 mark. It was very cheap. It's kind of why I like picking up these little weird designs and that, because they're so cheap, and if they turn out to kind of be, kind of useless, then you're not really out anything. But this one, I'm very, very pleasantly surprised. Like, I was surprised you even get the little Boker box, but here's what we get. This thing I would refer to as a true neck knife. Of all the other ones that I've seen and reviewed in that, they are not, as far as I'm concerned, true neck knives, because this one is big enough you probably could swing it from a neck. It did come with, it was either paracord or I think it might have come with a length of chain, but I just take those and I just throw them in a drawer anyways, because I don't intend to use them that way. But here's our knife as it looks in its sheath, and it is an actual Kydex sheath. Very, very unique and very specific to this exact knife. And we have a little tiny clip here. I'm not exactly sure why or what this is supposed to fit, because this is not, it might be like a 1 inch, but that's a very small belt loop. Unless it's just sort of a friction thing, so you can put it in your your third pocket or your something like that. I don't know, but it is it's very, very secure, whatever that is. You can see the back there, and then we have our knife. You can see how it's retained in there. It's retained very good. This is why I believe this could actually work as a neck knife style of knife. And we also have a bit of a drain hole there, which I don't think that's very important for this kind of knife. So we'll get it out. And the way you get it out is, I believe you grab it here and you push off on something. I can't remember. Oh, I remember. You push off on this, I believe. You hit that with your knuckle and you push out, which is very odd. And this thing is kind of designed, as I said, a neck knife, but this would have to be like one of your favorite type of knives, because you would have to practice with this a lot to get used to that, to pop it out exactly that way. It's kind of a specialist type thing, but the knife itself is actually really great, really nice. You can see our finish on here. You see our logo and our Boker on here. I would assume this AM, maybe it's an AMO, I don't know, but I assume that's the designer of the knife. And we got 440C blade, which is perfectly adequate. And on the other side, we look exactly the same. It's got a, I believe that's called is it an axe grind or a chisel grind, like that? You can see how it goes down to the edge, like that. It's kind of an interesting why they picked that for this knife. And you could see the way they chamfered all the edges to be so that you don't have any sharp spots, but then they go to the blade and they just cut it off like that, which is fine to me. It's not a big deal to me, but you got plenty of edge on here. And then the design of this thing, you can hold it several different ways. You can hold it like this, and you can do all your slicing work with it for your boxes or your everyday type stuff. But then you can also flip it around and use it more, aggressively like this also. And actually, this thing could be like an ice chopper too, because it's pretty thick, and the way you can get your grip on there, it's pretty nice actually. Very interesting design on this thing. And then of course you can do different things, you can choke up on it different ways and hold it like that, or even if you wanted to do, I don't know, something really weird with it like that, or whatever. You can come up, I'm sure anybody can come up with their own preferred way of handling this knife. This would be a really interesting knife to try and sort of master something like this, all different ways of popping it out of its sheath to just holding it. It's a very interesting design for what appears to be simple. It's just a few simple little cutouts on a small little piece like this, and it's very light, but it does not feel cheap light. It's excellent. I highly recommend this. I highly recommend this little thing. I think when you consider the price, which is one of the reasons why I always go on about recommending these things and not knocking them too bad, is because of the price point you're getting them at. I mean, if you were going to pay the full price of whatever this actually retails for, then I would start kind of being, questioning it in that. But when they're so cheap like that, I mean, there's nothing on here that that I'm going to say is bad. Not for that price point, what you're getting. Really neat little knife. If you're a fan of little mini knives or a fan of actual neck knives, this thing's like, it's a no-brainer to get this thing. I mean, I guess you could even use it as a little disguise or something. You could put it over your eyes like that, like Batman or something like that. Anyways, other than that, thank you for watching.